dear. Welcome to our off-grid Kinter. And this morning, very early doors, we're putting up some shade cloth to protect the tomatoes and the cucumbers, because it was red hot yesterday. It's going to be the same again today. So Leanna's just tying it off, just to afford them some shade. This bit at the front, this is the east side. They get a little bit of sun early morning, but it's not too bad this morning here, but it's going to get really stinking hot. Yes.
I think you might have to speak up a little bit.
Okay, I shall speak up a little bit.
Thank you, because sometimes it's difficult to hear you on
Can you hear me now?
the screen. I just put this on.
All right, love. So yeah, we've put some shade cloth up to try and protect the tomatoes some more. We've got nasty urchins or nasturtiums, just to help protect from the pests, which seems to be doing a good job. Yesterday was stinking hot, so we're trying to protect the tomatoes as best we can, and the cucumbers and the gherkins. So we don't want these fellas to get damaged by the sun and the power of the ultraviolet. So hopefully give them a bit of shade. I think it's the wind that's the issue, really, not the sun, but however. So this top tank is nearly dried up, and there's the Fred. We got him a tub yesterday, a bathtub yesterday, so that he can stay cool if he chooses to. I don't think he likes water. I cleared this the other week, last week, and the fettush, the fern's still coming back, but the grapevines are doing wonderful. As are these, lots of fruit on them.
Look at this time. If that makes sense.
So this is what we call the upstairs terrace, and funnily enough, this is the downstairs. Our irrigation system is a bit simple, but that's okay, it's effective. There's the Fred. Hello, Fred. Hello, son. Hello, mate. Hello. Dafty. So that's his big tub. We bought one of them yesterday. €20. So trying to encourage him to take a bath. We ain't having it. Some water dog you turned out to be, Fredo. And here, this is where our bedroom tent was. Leanna's made such a fantastic job of it. I just want to show you these big fellas. Look at them. How do you like them apples? There's loads of these watermelons. So, and again, as you can see, marigolds planted in between, and I think they're cosmos, these ones. These are just plants to keep the pests at bay, which I think it's working. There's the beans. We've had quite a good crop of beans. Peppers. I'm in the shadow here. Genovese tomatoes. All these plants have been quite heavy. Rocket. Put rocket in between. And basil in between the tomatoes, because Leanna did some research and said that if you plant basil in between tomato plants, it adds to the flavour. So here's hoping. But we love basil anyway as a herb. And this is where the living room tent was. Again, Leanna's been busy. We've got beetroots, lamb's ear lettuce, normal lettuce, more rocket. Yeah? Okay, I'll come back over. So we got some, we call them Jerusalem artichoke, but I don't know why, it's nothing to do with Jerusalem. We were given them by our lovely neighbour Marie. So Leanna planted them along this fence here, and they're coming on great. And in here too, lots of different herbs. Some courgettes are doing better than others. I'll take you over and show you them. The other week I ploughed this corner up and put tomatoes just in, obviously in this little quadrant here, and some onions. Again, these trenches, this trench here and that one over there, we just flood them full of water, and it seems to do the trick, because the last time we just tried to water the onions in and it just, they died, unfortunately. Parsnips, carrot, and these beauties here, sweet potato. Looking forward to eating them. And we've got some lovely cornflowers dotted about the place. They must have just been windblown, self-seeded. Leanna's up there watering the citrus trees. A couple of videos ago, I think I explained that when I cleared it the last time, I went through the pesky lime tree, and then somebody suggested, a couple of you suggested actually, that it will be alright, it will come back, and don't dig it out. So I took your advice, et voila. I don't know if you can see it, that I'm right in the sun there, but it's coming back, and it's coming back really strong, so thank you for that. There's the lemon tree. A couple of little lemons on that, which is fantastic. This little pile here, last year when we cleared this area, we just piled all the rubbish, sticks and twigs and bits of old rotten stuff. We decided to put I'm not sure if it's I think it's a butternut squash, this one, but we'll see. It's flowering, and seems to be doing really well, so we're quite pleased with that. And then we just made a quick compost pile for grass cuttings and kitchen waste, and again we put some seeds in, and it's doing all right. And underneath the surface of this, you know, that it's doing its job. It's breaking it down, and it's great. Beans. We're quite blessed here because we have down at the bottom of the baragen, we have bamboo growing, and these are the old bamboos that we're utilising. So we try to utilise everything that we have without expending a lot of money. You've seen all that though before. More lettuce in a trench. There. Hey up, Dafty. You got stuck, didn't you? Eh? Dozy bubble. You are. Look. The problem with Fred is being a dog. Yeah. Hey, you Dafty. Hey. Say bon dia, Fred. Good boy. Good boy. Don't bite. It's not nice. And sorry about the camera shake. Again, here, this is where the Klondike tent was, what we used as our store tent. We've had some absolute belting zucchinis off these 3 plants. There's peppers, there's beans, there's dill in between, because a lot of the pests don't like it. We've had those 3 plants. We've had some lovely crops of beans off there, and then again Leanna's planted out some flowers to keep the pests at bay. Those little chilies don't seem to like it, but we'll persevere. There's a stray bean there by the looks of things, some beans there, and there's the zucchini. They're lovely. So things are quite parched now, which hopefully will keep the fettush. Oh, there, look. That little tree creeper there. It's really warm this morning. It's only 9 o'clock. It's roasting already. Here it's kiwi, male and female, but I've had to put this do and men type of thing around it, because the veado, the deer, quite partial to it. Bless them, they've been in and all. Again, bless them. Tend to forget that it's been their place for a good few years. I don't mind them coming on, but don't want to be eating our plants. Not the ones that we eat anyway. They can have everything else. Why don't they eat bloody fern? There's loads of it. Help themselves to that. Any amount of that. Sorry, you've got glare on the camera. I'm just walking directly into the sun. Beginning of year, we bought a small passion flower from the market, and it was becoming quite a tasty meal for deer. However, we tried to keep them out of here, and we've got our first 2 passion fruits, maracuja, on there. So that's good. So one for Leanna, one for me. But we'll save the seeds. I'm puffing and blowing this morning because it is quite warm. And again, if I could reorientate that dome, I would. I'd move it further round that way to the east, because that south facing bay window, oh my days. And yes, I take you, some people said you'll roast in the summer. Yeah, we do regularly. So lesson learnt. But it's lovely because we've got mosquito nets on the door and in the windows, so keeps out all the pests, but it lets in a little bit of fresh air. But my God, it does get warm in there, so I have to think of trying to get some forced air into there during the hot season. And we do like the dome though, it's a great space. And then we've got here aubergine, aubergine, can't remember what they are, Leanna will tell you, chili, passion flower, bird of paradise, sorry, peppers, mint, bougainvillea, facilis, peppers, sweet potatoes, tomatoes. I'll put some shea cloth up there as well, but it's already sagging because of the blooming wind that we had. So there's the start of the winter fuel going in. Sawdust for compost toilet, and these timbers are gonna go, no, that's nothing, that's just my workbench. That's for the ensuite casa de bagno. There's that block there's for the solar shower.
Wasn't intending you filming me.
Why? It needs doing, that wood needs treating. Bon dia.
Bon dia. Didn't realise you were talking to me.
Aye. I talk to myself, but I don't get any further forward. So, Leanna's treating this wood, because this wood is going to form the base of the guest bedroom. Yes, but it's forming the new casa de bagno for the guest bedroom,
Yeah.
for family and friends. So, because it's I believe it's Portuguese wood, it just needs treating, weatherproofing, and then hopefully that'll stop the bitey things getting in and making a home for their little uns. So those blocks, these bits of timber, will form the base, and then those bits of deck will be what they stand on. The concrete block there, I'm going to fill that with mass fill it with concrete and fix the solar shower to it. And so obviously during the summer months the guests will have their own bathroom. There'll be a compost toilet in there and possibly a little wash hand basin. It's very warm today. Expected temperatures to reach the dizzy heights of about 33 degrees.